Xenophon's South Australia Best Party is more popular with South Australian voters than either the Labor or Liberal parties, and almost half of the state's voters want the former senator to be their next premier, according to Newspoll. The latest poll, published in the Australian newspaper, shows 32% of South Australia voters intend to direct their first preference votes to South Australia Best during the March election, compared to the Liberal Party on 29% and Labor on 27%. The stunning result for the South Australia Best Party, which did not exist at the time of previous polls, means Newspoll has been unable to calculate a meaningful two-party preferred vote between the major parties. It shows Xenophon, who intends to run for the Liberal-held seat of Hartley, is more popular than Premier Jay Weatherill and opposition leader Stephen Marshall by a factor of more than 2 to 1. Some 46% of voters prefer the former senator as premier, compared to 22% who prefer Mr. Weatherill and 19% who prefer Mr. Marshall. But it is not yet clear whether Mr. Xenophon will be in the premiership race. The former senator has declared his intention to hold the balance of power in South Australia Parliament, but has ruled out accepting ministries or forming coalitions with a ruling Liberal or Labor government. He has so far announced just 6 candidates in addition to himself, all running in Liberal-held seats. One candidate, Rhys Adams, was sacked the day after the announcement after the ABC revealed his Facebook history included an image that appeared to make light of domestic violence. Mr. Xenophon has suggested another raft of candidate announcements would be made this week. He said he intended to contest about 20 seats in the 47-seat House of Assembly. And the fact that South Australia Best, which is basically a start-up, a fledgling party with a fraction of the resources of the major parties, is doing well in the polls indicates that people do want change. The Newspoll result is an early vindication of Mr. Xenophon's October decision to quit federal politics and pursue a state seat at the March 17 election. The poll result will also give the major parties pause for thought as they strategize whether to preference each other in a bid to block the new rival, or South Australia Best in an effort to win the third party's support for a minority government in the event that neither major party can govern alone. Compared to the last South Australia News poll conducted in 2015, South Australia Best has stripped 9 percentage points off the primary votes of each of the major parties. Support for the Greens has fallen from 9 to 6%. Support for other minor parties, including Corey Bernardi and Family First's newly merged party entity, sits at 6%. The latest Newspoll data is based on interviews with 800 participants and has a sampling error of plus or minus 3.5 percentage points.